Make the ground shake.
Hello everyone and welcome to another tank review. This time we are going to look at the tier 6 American heavy tank, the M6. Now this tank really falls into the category of a jack of all trades with average armor, average gun, average penetration, and pretty solid mobility. As always, we will take a look into the armor first. It is 102 millimeters on this big only, so avoid shooting it because it at some zones it can really get into some higher penetration values, because you can easily shoot this plate right here, which is only 80 millimeters thick, unangled. It has some slight angling, but it really doesn't help. Now that was the frontal armor. Side armor even worse, 44 millimeters, easily penetratable by pretty much anything you will meet. The tracks are alright on this thing. They do provide some extra cover, but then again this side armor is so bad. Plus side scraping is even more negated by these shoulders, like right here, and thanks to its huge size the M6 is an easy RT target, as you will see in the gameplay. The turret is slightly better just because it is smaller. It is still 102 millimeters only, but it is rather small for a turret, so if you can get hull down, always go hull down, because the hull is just really soft and extremely big. If you look into the soft stats, I will compare to the KV-85 because I find that that tank is its closest rival. The penetration is worse by 10, the alpha damage is worse by 10, and since they have exactly the same rate of fire, the DPM is also slightly worse, as you can see here. The view range 350, pretty average for a tier 6 heavy. The accuracy 0.38, not bad, but not a great either. It has a great rate aiming time at 2.3 seconds, and these soft stats are excellent for its gun. The gun elevation at 30 really great. The gun depression at -10 even better than the KV-85, which is the biggest weakness of the KV-85. The mobility is actually pretty nimble, this thing. I mean, at 16.43 horsepower per ton, it can while about on the battlefield. Its top speed is pretty poor at only 35. It has such a powerful engine, it needed around 40 to 45, and even that could be easily reachable. The reverse speed is only 10, which is a huge drawback on this thing. The soft stats are bad, but you have such a powerful engine and such a low top speed, this doesn't really matter really. And its self pull at 870s, give or take average for the tier. For equipment, I would go vents, rammer, and binos, or enhanced gun drive, depending on what are your feelings about the gun. If it aims fast enough for you, you can go with binos to have that better vision control, or go with gun drive if you want your shots to be aimed faster. For consumables, as standard, go with fire extinguisher, repair kit, and med kit. And for the crew skills, go for repairs for the first skill, then drop sixes for the commander, and if you want some perks. This thing has two gunners, which is a huge drawback on this, because only this and the thing that preceded, the T1 heavy, those two only have two gunners, and that really messes up the crew configuration for the whole line. But since they are pretty much low tier-ish, you can get around them quite fast, so that won't be a problem. I think that was enough rambling about this thing. Let's get into some gameplay, and off we go with the battle. As you can see, it's an encounter battle on steps. I am spawned from the northern side, and it is a light tier 7 game with only 2 tier 7s on each side. For the beginning of this game, as I said, this thing can really accelerate quite fast, and you do sort of go uphill from the beginning of the match, so I am trying to push to a pretty aggressive position here, and luckily no one puts a shot into my side. I do spot this ARL right here. I will try to put a shot into him, and I do so, taking a third of his health away. I am now thinking about moving forward, but then again, I don't have a much of a backup. The T-43 is camping in the back, the T-29 is nowhere to be seen, and that is it really. I do see now that this VK is trying to move forward, and I do put a shot into his lower plate. He puts a shot into the KV-85, the KV-85 bounces. I will try to finish this ARL, but the shot goes to the left and into the rock, but I do have a quick rate of fire, so I am able to finish him off quite easily. I do put a shot into the VK once more. He puts a shot into my side, and you can see the penetration mark right there, but it doesn't really do anything to him, which is quite sad really. He puts a shot into the KV-85, I put a shot into him. I underestimated his reload, and I put and he puts another shot in. As I said in the garage review, you could now it is really shown, the artillery penned me for 300 damage. That annoying little bugger shot me for 312 damage, which as we all know, artillery is not overpowered at all. I do finish the Jagdpanzer 4 and move up, but I'm on such a low health that I am really worried about being shot from any direction, even though our team will focused on the other flank. Somehow they managed to lost it, but then again, these players are quite new to the game, and I don't expect much from them. I do spot the Hellcat, and I do put one shot into him, and I load HE for the artillery. I can take him out in one shot, but I do have to roll quite high, and I do not want to take that chance. I do put a shot into him. Somebody did shot him before, so the HE wasn't really needed. I'm already up to 1.9k damage and on 5 kills. I know that the Hellcat is right here. I do spot him, and I put a side shot into him. 6 kills, 2000 damage. A low health VK is making a push toward me, and that's already up to 7 kills with only 2k damage. But I will try to redeem myself until the end of this game. Even though we are, the scores are 10-11, they do have a larger health pool advantage. The SC-100 is right in the open and he is getting shot from everywhere. I do try to put a shot into this E25 and I managed to do so. They do have a full health Cromwell, not anymore. I put a side shot into him and I do move up here. I will expect the Cromwell to have flankers. That was those were his intentions before he got unspotted. The KV-85 spots the other Cromwell and I will try to put a shot into him. I do so and I focus on this side for the other Cromwell. There he is and he takes me out. That means that this game is pretty much over now. They will take out the KV-85 and the Achilles is only 8 tier 6 and there is not much he can do against all of this tank. So let's look into the post-battle results. Here are the post-battle results of that game. As you can see, I managed to pick up Ace Tanker, my second marks of excellence in that game, some tokens, Top Gun and High Caliber. If you look into the team score, we can see that we did finish top on experience, damage and kills with 3k damage, 7 kills and 805 base experience on a defeat. If you look into the detailed report, we can see that we did fire 18 shots, 17 hit and 16 pen. All in all, the gun really did its job like it's supposed to. From our 3000 damage, 719 were from a sniping distance. We did receive 4 hits and 4 penetrations, which means that the armor is not great. As I said before, we did damage 10 vehicles and destroyed 7 with 162 assistance damage. Anyway guys, that was my take on the M6. A great all-round tank. It really teaches you the basics of heavy tank gameplay, as to going hull down, exploiting enemies positions and that sort of stuff. The armor on it could be better, but it is what it is. I mean, you have to deal with it because the tanks from here on are just awesome, and I will try to make a review of them as soon as I can. Hope you enjoyed this video and bye for now.